Hey guys, back with another Maplestory video here. This time, checking out my Demon Slayer post ignore enemy defense patch. So my stats are pretty much the same. I did re-roll all of my armors, even my outfit and my shoulders, to ignore enemy defense. All one line, nothing crazy. Didn't spend barely anything, and I lost about 4k physical attack, maybe 3, but I gained I think over 13% here, ignoring enemy defense. So we're about to see kind of how, well, first in covert, I was about 19k before, almost 20k, and this one I'm at 23.5k. So big jump just off that ignore enemy defense right there, even with losing the physical attack and the crit damage that I lost. But real bossing. Had to test it out, had to see what was going on. And for Damien specifically, there's a few things that made this a huge PR for me. I hit almost 100 bill DPM with 27 mil cap. That's pretty insane, right? That is just absurd. My previous PR was probably in the 70s. And reminder, I'm alter. I'm kind of a leech in this party. I'm like second page, 7th, 8th DPS, doing 90 bill DPM. So a few things that really allowed me to hit such a big PR. Obviously, the ignore enemy defense was the biggest change. Team comp with a shade helps a lot. Speed of the run absolutely matters. But one of the underrated things with this new patch that people probably didn't catch on. Jeez, Rodder was a little weird there. Was that alter people can now use fair trade and still charge the altar. So that's a big factor, kind of in a good and a bad way. For altar people, allows us to just be a little bit quicker, be a little bit more aggressive, and not have to toggle fair trade on and off. But it's also a downside because if people aren't paying attention and the altar spawns on the entire team, everyone is going to be considered an altar person, and it's not going to charge the altar. So just something that we have to adjust to a little bit. Actually, one of our teams did fail a run because of that instance. We weren't able to charge the altar. And you'll see here, again, we run into this issue on our first altar. But so far, first minute, insane phase 1, obviously. And I'm over here doing 100 build DPM, 8th place, right? That is just the meta that we're in. But it made me think, I've seen hard Damien runs, and people have been asking me, like, I'm very fortunate to be in a team. I'm kind of getting carried here on these teams on my Demon Slayer. How could anyone take a mid 20 mil cap player for hard Damien now? Low 20 mils. And I think this is why, right? I mean, even before this patch, I was able to contribute a good amount of DPS, and even now so, after this patch. So you see that stun glob right there actually stuns a non-alter person, so we had too many here. And so we kind of got messed up. But mid 20 mil caps, I mean, I believe that this Demon Slayer on another team could be aggro, right? If I'm doing almost 100 build DPM as alter, I could do way more as aggro, just standing there and DPSing and tunneling. And people forget that when we first cleared in Damien over a year ago, our aggro was 30 mil cap. Pre V4, pre rebalances, pre ignore enemy defense, pre all these patches and things like that, improvements. So in today's meta, to some teams, the range of DPS is so absurd, right? This team, obviously, 27 mil cap is second page. But in other teams, in other situations, I've seen 90 bill, 100 bill DPM be second on the team, right? First on the team. And I don't see why that this Demon Slayer with my current gear couldn't do the same. Now, obviously, there's a lot of factors in here. This team is very experienced, but I'm also an experienced player. But it doesn't mean that it's not possible, right? And I think through knowing how to play the class, knowing how to do the boss, knowing mechanics, how to do uptime, things like that with experience, which you can gain much easier than ever through solo content, through normal Damien. I don't see why a high 20 mil cap player, 30 mil cap player couldn't be aggro for a hard clearing team, right? And you can see right here, we're going to finish it off here, but that's just my 2 cents. I think just the meta is in such a weird spot. There's such a wide range of gear and DPS now, but it doesn't mean that the requirements have changed, right? Our first clear ever for hard Damien was everyone was in the mid 20 mil caps. I didn't do 90 build DPM on my Paladin when we first cleared. I was doing 50 or 60, right? 90 build was like aggro or second place. So just kind of interesting to see how the game has changed, but the requirements haven't really. It's gotten easier to do hard Damien with all of these little small buffs and fixes. DPS has obviously gotten better, and so ignoring the defense, huge factor. Did almost what? 20, almost, I guess, from 70 to 90 bill. What is that, almost 25%? Just from the ignoring me defense. So that's a huge gain from one thing. So this patch obviously is huge and has been very impactful DPS wise to the cap, to the damage. And so I just kind of wanted to, here's my battle analysis here. But so don't want people to get misled that yes, I'm getting carried in this run, but it doesn't mean that I wouldn't be able to do much different DPS or be able to be first page if my role was different or if I was on a different team with lesser players. But here's the DPS. One of the things I'm going to talk about on the patch here is that this number actually should be higher with split and my ignoring enemy defense, but there's some sort of bug that you kind of hit above your true max damage cap. And if you remember, my stats was 27.89 mil. So this actually should be a little bit higher if they're going to fix it, or if it was as intended. We'll see what they say, but kind of just interesting to see. So that's just quick hard Damien on the Demon Slayer, covert, 16% ignore my defense, not bad. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And if you guys made it all the way to the end of the video, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join the Discord community. The Echo Clan community is growing, the best community in the game right now. And if you want to take your gameplay to the next level, improve your gameplay, do more damage, do more DPS, you definitely want to subscribe. The first 7 days are free and you're going to get full access to everything in the channel. So you definitely want to check that out. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time.